Hey guys, I know it's been a long time since I've done a profile, but wanted to do something special for you guys. So this is going to be a retro deck profile. It's actually the first deck that I topped a regional with. This is the map that I won, at the time. It's apparently worth quite a bit at the moment, but this deck will always be special to me. So I hope you guys enjoy. And it's taken quite a while to foil it all out. So I'll give some brief explanations. So, Sorcerer, he was like, you play a ton of light and darks, he was a big boss monster. Jinzo, just having the security to run over, all your, in just to swing into a back row was just awesome. And he's quite a big guy. Air Knight, if you remember, the previous format was Goat Control and how key Air Knight was during that format. Well, it still had an impact this format. It was still a good card, a good tribute to him. This was the new card which came out at the start of the format. Cyber Dragon. Cyber Dragon was awesome. At the time, Vampire Lord was actually quite a relevant card, and this card just made it obsolete immediately. Just the free summon, special summons, they were unheard of, aside from Premature Burial, Call the Haunted, but the ability to just swarm the field with a 2100 beta was just, it was unreal. Breaker, not much to say about that. 3+, take out some back row. Right, now this deck, I could call it Cookie Cutter, I could call it Warrior Toolbox. I'm going to show you the Warrior Suite. So, you would play 2 DD Assailant, 1 DD Warrior Lady, 1 Donzalug, 1 Mystic Swordsman level 2, and 1 XL Force. I'm not going to be able to get them all on the camera there, but you get the idea. The idea was that you have these cards, and they're for any situation, basically. So, you want to get some advantage, rip cards out your opponent's hand, Donzalug. You want to swing over set monsters, Mystic Swordsman level 2. You want to deal with big guys like Jinzo, the DD guys, XL Force for face down threats. It's all good removal. Key card, one of the best cards of GOAT format, the previous format, Tsukiyomi. Just so versatile. It destroyed big guys as well. And there was a lot of plays you could do reusing flip effects, that sort of thing. One of my favourite cards personally. I played 2 because the advantage you could get out of this, the format had a lot of 1-for-1s, a good play would be to smash an opponent's monster and then ram with Reaper, take a card out their hand, and then they've got a problem solved. They've got to get past the Reaper. Sorry about the glare there, guys. Italian Reaper. Happy days. Magician of Faith. It's at 1, so but it was still a quality card. Still grab back all your power spells, and as you'll see, the deck runs loads, which is why I ran this Magical Merchant. Merchant was just a fast card. I know it's a flip effect, and nowadays that's really slow, but back then, this grabbed you one of your power spells, so it was a good card. Sangan searches everything in the deck. Come back, buddy. Torgard misses you. Traps. Don't know why I've done that before spells, but yeah, 1 bottomless. Just dealt with all the big guys. Problems that you didn't really want to deal with. 2 Saku. Straight 1-for-1 removal. I played 2. A lot of people played around with the ratios of these 2 cards, Sakuretsu Armor and Widespread Ruin. 1-for-1s in the battle phase. I went with 2 and 2. Towards the end of the format, I remember some people would play 3 and 3, which was nutty. I really didn't want that much. Call the Haunted, fantastic card. The ability to bring back power cards like Jinzo, it's just unreal. and it wasn't half as slow as it is right now. Torrential, board wipe, get major pluses out of this card. You have to play these cards well though, you have to get the max amount of advantage out of the card. Book of Moon, such a versatile card for your flip effects, for saving your ass, like turning off Jinzos, such a useful card. Confiscation, busted. Have a look at your opponent's cards, disrupt their hand. Have a look at your opponent's hand, disrupt their hand. Like, set up your plays, knowing what they have in hand. It's busted. Dark Hole. It's scary to think how much power this card has lost, but back then it was a board wipe. It was just advantage. It was effectively Raigeki. Storm. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that this card should come back. I think it's a skillful card, and I'm going to say that because with Storm in the format, you're aware of it. You have to play around it. If you set 4 and get blown out by Storm, you deserve to lose the Storm. Like, you have to decide which things you're going to set first, how to bait out things. Like, I think it's a skillful card. Premature Burial. Oof. I'm not going to be a bit controversial with this one. It was a very powerful card. Not to say anything else. These two cards I kind of want to talk about together. Snatch Steal and Brain Control. The reason I want to talk about these together is because we're currently playing in a format where Snatch Steal is legal, and I would argue that Brain Control is actually the less powerful of the two. I know that they both have advantages and disadvantages. You can counter this, it's an equip spell, you can chain MST, and this is just for a turn. This is permanent, but they have their ups and their downs, but I'm not sure. I think this is slightly less powerful. Don't know, be interesting to see what you guys think. Like, feel free to argue that one. Enemy Controller, such a versatile card. Nowadays it's used primarily for OTKs. Back then it was for saving your ass. Like, it was for switching to defense or abusing some goats, although we didn't have as many goats. Smash, one of my favourite cards of the format. This card just allowed you to plus, like, and I know it's a 1-for-1, but it allowed you to push through with cards like Dontalube, with cards like Reaper, cards which just gives you so much advantage. It also took out Jinzo. Mystical Space, like, you only have one during this format, so it's important, like, to counter Snatch Steal, Call of Honey, like Premature Burial, those sort of things. Rotor, as you've seen, like, the deck runs like a big warrior suite, so search them all out. Swords of Revealing Light. This card's obsolete now, but back then, like, it was security. You could play this card, gather resources, and then make a push. It's very powerful. Scapegoat. A great card, incredibly versatile, mainly to stay alive, but you've got to be careful when playing this card because cards like Air Knight could, they could hurt you. And Nobleman of Crossout, dealing with face down threats, and you've got to know when to play this card, like, because people will try and bait you out. They'll try and play around this card, so you've got to make some good reads. And yeah, that was the deck profile, guys. So I don't know, comment, rate, subscribe, and tell me what you think. Like, do you remember playing this format? Some of the older players, and to the younger players watching this video, like, I really encourage you, just try out as many old formats as you can, because you will develop certain skills. Like, in this format, I would say the main skill you develop is getting max advantage out of your cards. If you could get a 2-for-1 out of your cards, you were doing really well. Like, and by that I mean knowing when to play cards like Torrential Tribute, Heavy Storm, Dark Hole, cards like that, and knowing which cards to dig off a Rotor, which cards to dig off Sangan. Like, when to make a push, when not to make a push. It was all about getting little bits of advantage. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the deck profile, and I will be trying to get some more regular uploads. I've got 2006 old format deck built up. GOAT format is almost finished. I'm just missing a couple of cards for that. I'll also be doing a 2011 deck profile. No prizes for guessing which deck I'll be doing for that. It's quite a fun one. Fan favourite. And I'll also try and get up a deck profile of what I've been playing recently. Alright, thanks guys.